Anderson Motor Speedway in Anderson, South Carolina for Hooters Cup Winn-Dixie 100 action. And after 78 laps in the books, Dick Anderson is your leader in car number 92. Mario Gosselin running second. Third will be Daryl Shelnut in car number 7. Bobby Gill runs fourth. Mike Garvey, who started on the pole, in fifth. John Crow running sixth with Jimmy Cope in 7th. Mike Love in the 8th spot. Larry Range, car number 37, in 9th. And Randy Fox with a good run tonight, moving up from 15th starting spot up into the top 10.
You know, we had a 35-lap Legends car show to open our show tonight, and John Crow is a graduate, really, of Legends car racing. He raced last year in Charlotte and all over the country, and he switched over to the heavier late-model stock cars this year, and here he is, the leading rookie. He's already got a win in this series, and he's 5th in points. So I think he might be a good testimony to the fact that the Legends car is pretty good proving ground to step up and race a heavier race car.
Well, I tell you what, I think the Legends cars is a definite way for a driver, a young driver, to, I'm not going to say an old driver because I'm not going to do it. But anyway, okay. You know, Lake Speed, Ricky Rudd, all those guys, you know, come out of go-karts, you know, fast karts. But this, I think the Legends car gives you a little more feel. You got something wrapped around you. It's a safe automobile. It's a safe race car. And like I said, they're pretty speedy also.
And we're under caution. We had several cars tangle up in turn 2. The safety crew still out on the speedway. It looked like everybody was able to continue, as we saw Tracy Goodson, who when we left you for break, was sitting down on the inside of the speedway. So he was on the inside. And we've got Fred Pump down in the pit area with a report.
We're standing next to Jeff Burkett's car. You see they're tearing off the front of it. They're trying to get this rookie driver back in the race, as they're going to replace the radiator on the front of car number 74 of Jeff Burkett. Also got word on Mike Garvey. What happened going down into corner number 1? Mike Garvey missed a gear. That's why he lost the lead just a few laps ago. Let's send it back up to the booth.
Well, I guess we guessed right on the reason that Garvey had the bad restart, missing the shift. And he's got a lot of ground to make up. He's dropped back into that 4th spot in car number 91 as we get set to go back to green. Dick Anderson looking for his first win of the 1995 season with the Dodge Avenger. The Mopar Performance Dodge Avenger, car number 92. Working in the 2nd spot is Mario Gosselin in car number 10. In 3rd, Daryl Shelnut in car number 7. And the car you see down on the inside is a lap car as Anderson gets a tremendous restart, Buddy Parrott.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a Jack Ingham restart there. I don't know whether they're going to let that happen or not, but I guess they will. But I tell you what, he got a jump on him.
It's almost like Dick was looking at a different flag man that time, but he got a great jump and comes across clean that time. They don't point any black flag at him, so his restart will hold up. And we're getting down to a precious few laps, 16 to go here, and that Mopar action's out front looking good right now.
It certainly is, and Mario Gosselin about 8 car lengths back in the 2nd spot. Behind him, Daryl Shelnut running in 3rd. He's got a rearview mirror full of Bobby Gill in car number 71. Mike Garvey right there in the number 91 car. And also moving into that fight will be car number 15, Mr. Excitement, Jimmy Cope. So the battle for 3rd wages on as the laps wind down, as we are currently working lap number 87 of a scheduled 100 for the Hooters Cup Winn-Dixie 100. Daryl Shelnut has Bobby Gill looking to the inside. Gill cannot get the bite off the corner that he needs. Shelnut will out-track him into turn number 1. And we've seen passing everywhere. Here comes Mike Garvey as he looked to the inside of Bobby Gill in car number 71. And Buddy Parrott, when you try to make the move to the inside, are you sacrificing RPM for horsepower coming off on the inside?
Well, I think you are, but he just has to get his nose down there. And you know, I think Mike Garvey is thinking tonight, hey, baby needs a new pair of shoes. I gotta go.
Of course, now if you just tuned in, Mike Garvey's wife was on the way to the hospital. They thought they were going to be able to wait a few weeks and induce labor, but Mother Nature did not cooperate, and I believe we've got our 8th caution flag of the night here on lap 89. So with just 11 to go, that huge lead that Dick Anderson enjoyed evaporates again, and we've got a car up against the wall here, and that's going to be the 4 machine of Randy Fox.
And it's a break for Randy Fox as he was running up in the 10th position. So we are under caution. We've got about 10 laps to go, and we'll be right back with the finish of the Winn-Dixie 100 for Cup cars right after these messages.
South Carolina tonight for the Winn-Dixie 100 here at the Anderson Motor Speedway. And Randy Fox's car is getting ready to go on the hook here. Randy brought out caution flag number 8. We've got 10 laps left to go. Now in the Hooters Cup Series, the last 10 laps must be completed under green flag conditions. So these laps are not counting. So these guys will just have to ride around till they get the track cleared, and then we'll drop the green flag for a trophy dash here. Buddy Parrott, I got to be impressed. Anderson started back a little ways in the field tonight. He had to go off in the 5th place spot, but once he's got that Avenger up to the front, he's been almost untouchable.
Well, he has. You know, I think he had the steam to do it to start with, and he just had a good situation happen to him down in turn 1 there on the restart. But I tell you what, you got that Chevrolet Monte Carlo back there in 2nd place, and I tell you what, he's not going to give up. I mean, still got 10 laps. What I'm concerned about is, you know, now they're going to get a lot of marbles on their tires, so, you know, Anderson's got to play it cool going down to turn 1 because, you know, if he makes a little slip, that 10 car is going to be right there on him.
You made a mention a moment ago about tires, and the more I'm around racing every day, the more I believe that maybe the biggest single thing outside of the car breaking or the engine blowing up is how the tires work in combination with the chassis and how they transfer that power from the engine down to the actual racing surface.
Well, that's true. You know, good years. I think all these are good years tonight on these cars, and they're bias tires. But of course, the other circuits, you know, running the radial tires, and they've done a great job with the radial tire. The problem, you know, the radial tire, you have to adjust the air pressure. But the bias tire, of course, you can adjust stagger. But again, these guys are the best I've seen. You know, they got their cars hooked up, and there's no adjustments from the time they start to the time they run 100 laps.
No, they got to make a pretty good decision, because if you have to make a pit stop, you're pretty much out of the show. It's going to be a 10-lap trophy dash. Can Dick Anderson, the king of the Florida short tracks, pick up his first win of the year, or will it be Mario Goslin or Darrell Shelnut? We're back under green. Dick Anderson in the red 92, the Dodge Avenger on the point, and Dick once again got a good restart. Mario Goslin rides in 2nd, and behind him it's Darrell Shelnut holding down the 3rd place spot as Anderson pulls the freight train down the backstretch. Time and time again tonight, we've seen Anderson get that car hooked up and going, but buddy, that time he pushed coming off of 4. That car starting to loosen up on him. Let's see if he can hold the line this time off of 4.
Yeah. Well, that's not all bad. You know, if he can get that car to turn in the middle, that's the main thing on one of these tight 3-8 mile tracks. And looks like that's what he's doing. He's getting off the corner excellent.
They have to really throw these cars through the turns, though. We noticed that earlier today in practice. You have to muscle these cars around this Anderson Motor Speedway.
Well, that's true. You know, getting in the corner is the main thing. But like I said, it looks like he's almost diamonding the corner. He's losing the back end a little bit, but he's getting off the corner straight, and that's why he's getting off the, you know, going down the straightaway so good.
Just 6 laps to go, so for all of you frustrated Mopar fans who over the years haven't had a whole lot to cheer about outside of maybe some drag racing, your oval track dreams may be recognized here in 5 more laps as Dick Anderson in that Dodge Avenger is on the point, enjoying a 4-car length lead now over the 2nd place car of Mario Goslin. Then it's a long way back to Darrell Shelnut in 3rd place. Taking a look at Bobby Gill here, and Gill has now made his way around Shelnut. He's picked up 3rd. Then it'll be the Mike Garvey machine, followed by Cope.